and accused triple murderer Erin Patterson has spent a seventh day in the witness stand as her trial continues. Today, she was questioned about why her phone pinged at a known death cap mushroom site just hours before she bought a food dehydrator. She was also quizzed about her changing story and where she got the mushrooms used in the beef Wellingtons. She denied lying about buying them from an Asian grocer. She also denied lying about feeding lunch leftovers to her children. Ms Patterson has pleaded not guilty to all charges.
Well, let's get more information from the Age's crime and justice reporter Erin Patterson, who was in the Morwell court yet again today. Thanks very much for joining us. We heard more about Erin Patterson's shopping leading up to the lunch. Tell us more about that.
That's right. We know that in the lead up to the lunch, in the days that led up to the lunch in July 2023, Erin Patterson went to supermarkets and bought items to cook the beef Wellington. As part of those records, we saw exactly the items that were purchased, and she was asked and pressed today on that a little bit further because the volume of mushrooms that the prosecution say were purchased were just over 1.5 kilograms, and that was in about the 4 days in the lead up to the lunch. So Erin Patterson was asked, well, how much mushrooms did you have in front of you ready to be prepared when you were cooking the lunch? And she said, oh, half of that, maybe about 750 grams. And when asked what happened to the rest of them, she said about 1 kilo of them she'd eaten in the lead up to the lunch. And she was also then asked a little bit more about the beef that was used in the beef Wellington and whether or not she could have gone to a butcher to buy the larger size, the log size, which is traditionally used inside a beef Wellington. She said no, she went to her local Woolworths, and that's where she found the I fillet steaks, and that's why she decided to use those, because that's what she says was available.
The accused was also asked about serving her kids leftovers. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so there's a bit of a timeline that they went back and forth over today, the Crown Prosecutor and Erin Patterson. We know it was a Saturday lunch, a Saturday the 29th of July that the lunch happened. And Erin Patterson was asked if she knew and when she knew that a couple of the lunch guests, Don and Gail Patterson, were unwell. Now, Erin Patterson explained she learnt that on the Sunday, around the Sunday morning, that they had been taken to hospital. And the questioning then really honed in on, OK, well, if you knew at that point that some of the lunch guests were unwell that morning, that Sunday morning, why did you then serve some of the leftovers to your children that night for dinner? Now, Erin Patterson has maintained throughout this trial that, and to a vast number of witnesses that have come before the court, medical staff, friends and alike, that she scraped off the mushroom paste and the pastry that was on top and just served the kids the beef that was left over. So she says that she didn't realise that there was any serious illness involved with Don and Gail at that time. She knew that they were unwell, but hadn't sort of connected those dots that it could be from the meal. So she maintains that that's what she did. Yes, she served her 2 children those leftovers on the Sunday. She was pressed then further again about, well, did you do that? And to maintain a lie that, the children didn't get sick and couldn't have got sick because I didn't serve them these, or try and sort of distract the investigation or people that were looking into what was going on at the time, using it as almost a bit of a decoy, which she denied. She firmly and flatly denied that at any point did she serve her children anything that she believed could have toxins or poison in it. She maintained at that time on the Sunday she had no idea.
OK, Erin Patterson, thanks for your time.
Thank you.